Hello class, welcome. On the onset of online learning platform, I am your English teacher Gaurav Ra. Welcome you on the onset of online learning platform. Today we will study class 7th Honeydew book, chapter number 4, the ashes that made trees bloom. In this chapter, we are going to read the summary of the chapter, know about the summary of the chapter, because before starting the chapter, it's very compulsory to know about the summary. So let us start the summary. In this chapter, we get that there was a old couple who had a pet dog. The name of the dog was Muku, and they loved the pet too much because they had not any child, any son, any daughter. So in this way they were loving the dog too much. They fed them with chopstick, with their chopsticks. Chopsticks means that is used, chopsticks you can know, that is made of wood, having two forks. So they fed the dog with tidbits, pieces of fish. Tidbits means pieces of fish. They were feeding the dog. What had happened? One day, the dog brought the old man in the garden and started to scratch the ground. When the dog started to scratch the ground, on that time, what had happened? The owner, the old man, was not understanding the indication, but when the old man started to till the ground with hoe, kulhadi, on that time he got a pile of gold and he became rich. And after becoming rich, he offered fish to his friends and he purchased land and made a house. Afterward, what had happened? There were greedy old couples were living, and they were so covetous, greedy, that they wanted to be rich. So they raised, and in the concern, they were earlier not loving the dogs, but when they heard that the dog of the gentle old person is humble, they started to attract the dog and they brought the dog, and after that they presented good foods to dog. And afterward, when the dog came near a pine tree, he scratched the ground and the greedy old man started to till the ground with his hoe. After that, what he got? He got there a dead kitten, nothing more. So he became furious, anger, and he killed the dog, and his wife also helped in burying. They also buried the dog inside the earth. Afterward, what had happened? When the old man knew about these things, he came near the tomb of the dog, Muku, whom he loved too much, and he made a tomb near. And afterward, the spirit of the dog came in old man's dream, and the dog said that you have to do what? You have to use that pine tree that is on the tomb, and you have to make what? mortar and mill. Mortar and mill. Mortar in Hindi, in rural areas we say Oakley, and mill, Musal, we say. And the mortar is used for what? To pound something with the help of, and mill is also used to grinding something. Understand? So these two apparatus were used by the old man. The dog said that in the dream you have to use to make rice pastry with the help of mortar, and bean sauce with the help of mill. So afterward, what had happened? After some time, the old man made mortar and mill with the help of the tree, the pine tree. And when on the eve of new year, the old man started to pound rice pastry inside the mortar. Rice had been converted into gold coins, and he became surprised. And another hand, when the lady, the wife of the old man, started to make bean sauce, all had been converted into gold. Understand? So they became rich once again, and that news had been spread all over the village, all over the area. And when the covetous, greedy person, greedy old man and his wife knew about these things, they also came near the old man to borrow the mortar and mill. Afterward, they had taken mortar and mill, but when they used mortar and mill for rice pastry and bean sauce, all of them had been converted. All the materials had been converted into what? A heap of worms. A heap of worms. Afterward, what had happened? They became angry, becoming furious, becoming angry. They burnt the mortar and milk, chopped into pieces, cut into pieces, and used to fire wood. Afterward, what had happened? When they had used for fire work, the mortar and mill had been converted into ashes. One day, once again, the dog came in the dream of the kind old man, and the dog said that you have to use the ashes, and that ashes will be used on the withered. On the withered means on the dried tree to make them blossom, as you have seen here, the ashes that made trees bloom. This is the name of the chapter. So afterward, the old man knew that if he would use the ashes, the dog said that if you would use the ashes, the withered tree, the dried tree, would be converted into green tree. Understand? So here we are getting, when he knew about all these things, the old couple, the kind old man, went to meet the covetous old couple, and when he reached there in their house, he got that they had used the mortar and mill cut into pieces, and afterward all the mortar and mill had been converted into what? Ashes. So afterward he said, requested to the covetous old man to take a basket of ashes, and the covetous old man permitted him for it. And when he returned, afterward, when the old couple returned, the kind old couple returned, they knew that the daimyo in Japan, you know that daimyo means rich landowner. When the daimyo was passing through the way, he knew about it. So on that time, when the daimyo was coming with train, with his army, the soldiers were in front of him. On that time, all the people, it was a rule that all the people subject bent in front of them. Bent in front of them. So what had happened there? When the old man knew that he would come, who would come? The daimyo would come. He climbed on the withered, dried cherry tree. And afterward, when the daimyo was passing with palki, on that time he scattered. He threw ashes on the tree, and the tree blossomed, and the king became happy and rewarded the kind old man. He offered many presents to him for this thing. And when this news had been spread, on that time, the greedy old couple, they went on the highway where the daimyo was passing with palanquin, and the same thing he had done. He climbed on the cherry tree, and when he had thrown the ashes on the tree, in contrast, in opposite, the tree didn't convert into green tree. What had happened? The ashes, because the dust particles went in the noses of daimyos and his wife, and he became angry, and he ordered to beat the old couple for death, and they were killed by the daimyos, soldiers, in the mud. So in this chapter we know that the main thing in our life, to be kind for others, humble for others, be generous, be supportive, then you can get success in your life. It is possible that you will be entangled by problems, but problems are what? In short span of time, the problems will be ended. So, thanks for watching the video. I hope that you have enjoyed the video. Thanks.